After several years of planning, we finally launched the National Gas Transportation Network Code here in Nigeria. More importantly, the Gas Network Code launch is a demonstration of President Buhari administration's resolve to drive industrial revolution through deepening gas utilization, which is also in line with our declaration of 2020 as the year of gas for Nigeria. The response has by far exceeded our expectations and is indeed encouraging.
That statement made by the Honourable Minister that this year, 2020, is the year of gas, is no longer a buzzword. Listening to the contributions in this, from this panel, because last year when we had the discussions around making this year 2020 year of gas, we looked at the national gas policy and of course looked towards the implementation of the national gas policy, and we said, yes, we have an issue of infrastructural deficit. Yes, we have issues around pricing. Yes, we have issues around gas flaring, and as well as the network code that was launched yesterday. And we begin to say, how do we begin to bring in investors to play in this gas space if we actually want to say this year is actually the year of gas? And we begin to run these narratives. And so you can see that the CEO of Gas and Power will speak to the huge investment that are coming in with respect to gas infrastructure, and then we've launched a network code. Now what the network code will do in the coming months will be that it has given investors confidence to come and begin to flood the CEO of Gas and Power office to say, we want to build gas pipelines and begin to take tariffs so that the business will begin to thrive.
I agree that this is important for all of us as an industry. As we all know, this country is energy deficient, and the result of that is abject poverty. And we can connect this very easily as an industry. And delivering power to this country will mean reducing poverty in this country, and of course, global peace and security for all of us. We all agree this is true. But we also know that gas is the cheapest source of power for us in this country. And we also know that we are wasting this gas, we are flaring it, and flaring creates its own problems. And we all know this as an industry. But we have to stop this. We have to create the wealth, we have to create the prosperity, we have to deliver power into this country. And of course, we also know that it's the focus of this government to deliver power into this country as quickly as is possible, and also deliver gas into the domestic market. We all agree this is the right thing to do. But there must be a framework. And we all know that there are so many delayed projects in this industry about delivering gas into the domestic market for many reasons. One of them is inability to secure financing, and of course other fiscal issues that we are all familiar with. They all need to be resolved. And of course, what we have to do is to create the infrastructure that will deliver gas to the domestic market. And we're already doing that. We'll deliver the OBOB3 line, we'll expand the ELF line, which is what we're working with our partners to do that. We're also constructing the AKK line, which will deliver gas from the OBOB3 line into Kano. And along that corridor, our plan, and it's ongoing, is to do 2 power plants, one in Abuja, one in Kaduna, and a third one in Kano. What that will do is to debottleneck the delivery of power into the grid. We have localized grids in locations like Abuja so that this power can be made. And not beyond that also, along the part of the AKK line, we also believe that some industries can come up all the way from OBOB into Kano, and that will automatically kick in prosperity for this country. And we believe this is going to work. And to do this, you need partners. We need our local partners, we need our international partners, and we need our international support agencies like the United States Department of Trade Development. Where we are very grateful for the United States government to come in to help us. What this is going to do to us is to de-risk the Abuja power plant. That would deliver 1.35 megawatts of power. And what that will do is that this is a private sector initiative. We are working with GE so that the financing will have the structure around the NLNG so that this power will be delivered into the market, costs will be recovered, and of course the investors can make their margins out of it reasonably.
Now is the time for Africa to grow, and then we're seeing this, very huge conversations around you need to go renewables, you need to ensure that you phase out fossil fuels.
And I also think that there's many other opportunities, but I do think it all comes down to getting the fiscal parts right. Both there's big deep water opportunities for gas, and there's no fiscal regime for the gas there. So hopefully with the PIB, that'll be resolved and we can look at other opportunities there.
A better commercial framework. You get in more investors, we get in more diverse technology. You have people who are interested in grid, in captive. You know, there's a lot of technology out there that can be deployed in modular forms. And we have more people feeding into the power space. There is choice, there's competition. We will see a change. And ultimately, you will find the tariffs will start to come down.